Oh, hello everyone. What's going on? I'm just getting my music going here. Oh yeah. Oh my god, you guys are in for a treat today. First off, let me pour this first half of my coffee and then we will get started. So, boy oh boy, where do I even begin? Other than with, we are going to be opening up this beast of a package today. So, one second, I want to just turn that down just a touch. Because sometimes horns and jazz they kind of are a little louder than other instruments. Anyway, so yeah, the story goes with this. This literally just showed up. And this is from cubingoutloud.com. So I just found out about them, I think last week, and I put an order together. They don't have a physical location. They are just online, but they are based out of Burlington, Ontario. So they're less than an hour away from me, and I was thrilled to hear that because typically cubing stores are either based out of the States or China or like whatever, so longer shipping time. So when I saw that and learned they were so close, I was like, cool, that will be here in like 1 to 2 days, and it was like 2 days. I thought it might have been here yesterday, but today it showed up nice and early, so that's super cool. So anyway, we're gonna bust into this and see what goodies we get. And I know the moment I use these scissors, I know I'm gonna get a comment from Card Dreamer. And he's gonna be like, oh, where's the raptor claw? So we're actually not gonna use these amazing scissors today. Instead, we're gonna use this. Yeah, you didn't even see that happening, it was so fast. Okay, so this is the raptor claw. And how do we wanna approach this? Maybe I will just do this end because I think it'll be a little easier to get at. And I really want to be careful because this is not a practical tool for this, but whatever. Oh man, I'm seeing some really nice things in there already. Okay, we're just gonna do that and rip the rest. Scissors are definitely the way to go. But actually, that worked out surprisingly well. So, oh man, I am honestly so pumped, you guys. Like, there are some serious goodies in store. Oh man. And so, yeah, just a quick mention. If you are here because you're like, oh, sweet, an unboxing video, and you are not prepared for the fact that this is actually more so a hangout unboxing, then you're free to like do whatever you want, because like this is gonna be like, yeah, a little on the unboxing side, a little on the sit back and relax and me enjoying my coffee side. So here's everything that came with the order. If we can see that, I have my indicators set up so I know what kind of space I've got to work with. So let's just take a look at these things first. A nice, sweet, a free paper clip with every order. That is awesome. So we have the business card. I will like hold that up. Cubing out loud. Yeah, sweet. That is awesome. I was not anticipating a sticker. That's really, really cool though. I really appreciate stuff like that. And then two tiny stickers of their logo. So that's really neat. Yada yada. So yeah, that's awesome already. I'm really impressed with that. So what do we want to get into first? I think what I will do is we'll just move this to the side. I'm standing up right now, and I think we'll just come in a little closer like that. And maybe that will be enough space. Anyway, okay, so as So I bump the table and spill coffee. See, kids, take it careful when you got stuff on the go on the table. Okay, so I'm really pumped about this. I had one ordered on the Cubicle, but then they got back to me and said they were totally sold out. And so we are still in the process of like reworking the order. I think at this point we're actually just going to cancel the order and I will do another order because there were just like too many back and forth things that we were kind of discussing. So anyway, let's get into this. Ideally, it would be great if I had, I wonder if I can just like push that out so it doesn't tear. No. Okay, well, let's just get this going here a little bit. I really don't want to damage the cardboard, but I will attempt to hold it a little closer. Yikes. Okay, oh man. So the green showed up differently on the website itself. It looked more like a, kind of like a more green cyan color, or just like a lighter shade of teal, like a teal of some sort. So anyway, this is the Hello Cube 2x2 flat version. So right off the bat, we got some really, really sweet. But the turning, okay, so I'll first say that like the turning is like super loose, but I don't mind it. Like it's what it is. It was a super cheap puzzle, so it's not like this is meant to be like this like state of the art. So like, yeah, it turns nice, but it kind of also wobbles. You can see a bit of like the, I'll hold it up, a bit of the innards there. Super cool. So like, it is kind of like loose and catchy in a way. Like when I'm going like this, like it can easily do that. But anyway, this will be, and the stickers do have a nice grain. It's a gorgeous green. So anyway, like, yeah, this wasn't even meaning to solve it. That's hilarious. That just kind of happened. But anyway, this is just your standard 2x2, except it's a flat version, like it's been squashed. So you can solve it the same way or whatever the case is. But you can do, but because it's a shape mod, you can do some interesting things that you wouldn't see on a normal 2x2. So I think that is really fantastic. Now I'm just playing right now. I am still actually brushing up on my 2x2 skills because, yeah, when I went the 4 years without cubing, yeah, I didn't really retain everything that I had memorized before. But I'm pretty much back up to snuff with 2x2. So yeah, as you can see, like, when you scramble a 2x2, okay, I really want to stay in the center here of the screen and not be like constantly there. So yeah, like just, that's a standard like scramble. So like that's what it looks like, but on this, it's just a totally different, totally different look. And like, yeah, it's just so fascinating. I love stuff like this. Ever since I saw my first shape mod, which would have been the 3x3 mirror blocks, this one here, like that guy. Ever since I saw my first shape mod, I was just so into like ones that do the shape shifting. They're just the coolest. You see some really unique things, and yeah, it's just a neat challenge. Like even if you have stuff memorized, it still adds something else that you're sorting out. So yeah, I just love them. They're great. So anyway, that is the Hello Cube 2x2 flat in green. Now they also have blue and red and yellow, not gold, I don't think, but the yellow looks really nice. Actually, all the colors look really nice. So yeah, that's super cool. So anyway, we're gonna keep moving onward. So that's that. What do we want to do next though? Like, this is one I think I will save for last, and maybe this one will be one of the last ones too. We could, well, what do we have here? This is the Moyu Ready Cube. The Z Cube, if I recall, it might be the Axis. And then this one, yeah, let's do this one. This one's really neat. And when I did the order, these were all, oh god, I want to really focus on like staying in the middle. I'm not always looking at the screen of the phone that's like hovering above, but yeah, so this is the, let me think, I think the Mofang Jiaoshi Pandora Cube. So interestingly enough, it's a 3x3. It's just that the way it moves is really, really, really bizarre. So like, okay, here, perfect example. You have your like 3x3 turning like that. On here, it's like this. Like you see that happening? That is epic. I've never seen anything like that. So for instance, a basic maneuver on a 3x3 is like that. On here, that translates to like that. So I just, yeah, honestly, when I saw this and saw that it was a 3x3, but it just had this look and it moved this way, I was sold immediately. And right out of the box, like this turns pretty well. Like it's not gonna move like this because like it's pretty decent, but I think just because of the nature of how it moves, like the pieces, I mean, it just feels a little more like you don't want to be going crazy, or at least I don't want to. I want to be a little more careful with this one because of how it goes. But yeah, when you scramble it up, it's like starting to look really, really pretty. And I think that's just fantastic. Yeah, like even scrambling is going slower because I'm so used to having the ability to just do like the middle layer like that with my middle fingers like during the scramble. But here you don't have like a solid surface. It's just like you have these corners, like these, like that's all that you have to grab. So right out of the box, I'm noticing my first scrambles are, what the hell? Just a little trickier. It's like there was something caught there. Okay, but anyway, that is that. Yeah, okay, so the scrambling is the biggest thing that I'm noticing right now that is requiring like my focus and my just being a little mindful of the fact that you're not going to want to be too rough with something like this, but it turns great. It's not sluggish at all, and it feels really smooth, and it's a nice weight as well. And I love it. Like it's so different. It's so unique. So I'm really, really stoked about that. That is beautiful. So yeah, okay, we're gonna move on. I will totally be sitting with these cubes quite a bit today. And I just want to turn that down a touch. And guess what? Sip my coffee. Alright, so let's get into one. This is the Moyu Ready Cube. So Ready Cubes have been around. Oh, there's my man, Oscar. So the Ready Cube has been around for ages. It's nothing new, but it is one that I definitely wanted to have in my collection. So let's take a look. I've never dealt with a Ready Cube before. I'm not even sure. Like I've never even researched like what they're supposed to be, or how you solve them, or what kind of method you would possibly even use. So let's just take a look. Oh yeah, the corner turning. So initially you might be thinking like, oh, like any other puzzle, you just turn the sides, but this is what you turn on this. Okay, so, and it's one where you are gonna wanna make sure things are aligned. But yeah, like turning corners. And then of course you can like be scrambling stuff like that, and then like this. I don't want to get too carried away because I don't actually want to scramble this just yet, but that's just to give you an idea, like just how crazy it can get very quickly. Just like four simple turns and you're already like, oh, like what do you possibly do? Let alone a full scramble. So that's really, really cool. Let's go like, let's just set, oh wait a minute. Almost messed that up. Not that I'm concerned because, yeah, I'm sure it's challenging, but like, I doubt it's gonna be like a super impossible puzzle. So anyway, that is the Moyu ready. I'm really impressed. Like the turning, like I think with some of the cubes that are like have this kind of design where like they're just turning differently and stuff like that, like sometimes it feels like those types of puzzles catch more than something like a 3x3 speed cube or whatever the case is. But amazingly enough, like I'm actually really impressed. If you look, if that will focus, like the turning is just like, oh, I'm just always blown away by the way these shapes and pieces turn, and just some of the things that some of these cubes pull off just in their turning alone. It's really impressive. So yeah, like just gorgeous. It's gonna be really fun doing like a legitimate scramble on this and seeing what that looks like when it's totally finished. But anyway, that's the Moyu Ready Cube, you guys. I'm really stoked to have one of these finally. That's so sweet. Yeah, it turns great, looks beautiful. I love the color scheme. The red is like really nice, and the blue, and the orange, and the green, and the yellow. Yeah, just fantastic. So that's that. Oh, Oscar, you always was a joker. Okay, moving right along. I think we'll do this guy next. Now, I really like the packaging, to be honest. It has like a texture to it, like chicken pox, or goosebumps, I mean. Chicken pox. Chicken pox. The texture. Are you guys seeing this? Oh man, already! It's turning so nice. So you might be wondering, whoa, what is this one? This is the YJ Ghost Cube. So, if you're not familiar, well, I can see that layer of plastic is already coming off. But hey, it's a cube, and that happens when you got stickered cubes. That's part of why I am more into stickerless typically. But anyway, for those of you who aren't aware, there are these things called like ghost cubes, and they're actual cubes, and they more or less have this shape-shifting aspect to them, except they're a full cube as opposed to this just being a single, like a slice or like a single layer, like a top layer or whatever. But as you can see, like very quickly, you're gonna have some crazy stuff happening. Like yeah, it's just crazy. So again, it's gonna be one where you want to be sure you're lining things up properly. And I think, okay, there you have it, folks. This is officially scrambled. I have no idea how to get this back now. So that has been done. So anyway, while we're into it, let's actually just explore. Okay, I don't think that's like what you want to be doing, even though it's like something you could technically do. But yeah, like very quickly, something simple like a flat puzzle like this, and boom, like you got just crazy stuff to figure out. You might think like, oh, well, great, I'm starting to solve it, but again, like with the gold grain, you're gonna want to make sure like all of that is legit, of course, and that everything is just lined up properly. Like, that is obviously not happening. Like, that's not accurate. But yeah, like I like the turning of this. It turns really smooth, and I always like the gold grain on things like mirror cubes or like whatever the case is. And this is just a nice little puzzle to add to the collection as well. And it was reasonably priced, so that's a bonus too. And I am gonna totally get into my coffee. Oh, but yeah, the YJ Ghost Cube, super cool. Like the more you scramble this, the more crazy it just gets. Or not the more crazy, but like just the more unique. Like it just continues. Like there, that's like a perfect two edges, except for the fact that the rest of it is just like jutting out into it and is just messed up. So I just think that's so cool. I love it. It's gonna be really fun fiddling with this one. Man, who's liking the jazz today? I know I am. Okay. Well, anyway, let's go let's just leave that guy like that for now. And move right along to... I am actually going to take a minute to just like sit and enjoy the coffee. So I will let you guys ponder what could possibly be in this thing that has its own like little like sealing capsule thing. Or do I save this one for one of the last ones? We only have the 3 left. I'm definitely saving this for the absolute last because it's like, other than the name on here, Clover Cube Plus, it's like, that doesn't give you any hint as to what it could possibly be. Other than the sheer size, like the Pandora, look at the size of that compared to this. Oh man, this, holy smokes. So the story about this one while I sip away here. I had one of these on order with the Cubicle, and then, like I said last week, I found out about the Cubing Out Loud store, and I noticed that after the US to Canadian currency conversion, the one on Cubing Out Loud was about $20 cheaper for me at the end of the day. So, like, oh my god, I was just like, how did I, like, oh man, like, as if I'm finding out about this after the fact. But anyway, like, because of the order situation, I'm not getting the one from the Cubicle, which saves me $20, so that's sweet. So I'm really, really stoked to have this here. Oh, Magic Cube. Wait a minute. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. For a second I was getting things mixed up in my mind. Okay. I apologize if I'm like this. I definitely just want to adjust. Look at that color, you guys. Oh my god. So this is the Axis by Z-Cube. Like, and again, beautiful grain. Interestingly enough, this is the first time where I've felt grain stickers that have like a gritty texture. That's really neat. So yeah, like, oh, I'm just blown away by the color of this, and it turns nicely. It's kind of like clicky in a way, but not like click as in locking into place, like my Scube Jelly, for instance, but just like sound-wise. So again, this is one I'm not gonna scramble right now because like this thing is just intense, but just as a demonstration. Oh my god, look at that middle layer. Just look at that. It's like a rectangle, but then these shapes, like this layer is that shape, and then this is that, and oh my god. But yeah, you're gonna obviously be able to do stuff like that. So it's like the Kirby Copter and all sorts of other ones where like when you align certain rows a certain way, then you can do, yeah, just different things like that. So yeah, very quickly, you guys, this is going to be getting really, really messed up. But I will be sure to do some vids or something on my solves, or we'll see what I get up to, but super cool. So yeah, the Axis cube, really, really stoked to have this. I honestly cannot get over the color, and yeah, I love that. Really, really stoked to check this out soon enough in more depth when I actually sit down with it. So yeah, that is super cool. And I could just touch these puzzles all day. But we are going to move onward, and I'm going to continue sipping away. Oh, I think this is so great. It definitely doesn't feel like I thought it might, but that's okay too. Like, it's a nice surprise. Oh man, so cool. So while I enjoy my coffee, how about you guys start thinking about which one you like the best so far, even though you haven't seen the last two yet, because, oh, you know I'm going to want to hear some feedback and hear which ones you guys are really into. Oh man, I think this guy's next though. Yes. Okay, so let's get right into it. I don't think we require scissors or anything for this guy, just opening this up. Yeah, honestly, when it comes to companies like Cubing Out Loud, where like just the order is smooth, their surface is tight, like it's just great. Yeah, like there's just such a drive that I have for supporting companies like that. It's like I can tell you already, I will easily be ordering from them again very soon because I'm just super impressed. Wow. So this is the Chi Ancient Coin cube. Amazing. How about we actually open this guy up? This is the first time that I've had a cube that comes with its own little like capsule. I think that's super, super cool. Perfect for like just displaying or burying it somewhere in the forest, and thousands of years later, like, yeah, some beings will explore the remains of the planet or whatever and just, yeah, find this and they'll be like, man, what on earth is this thing? Like, what does it do? Like, what purpose does it serve? Or maybe humans will all still be around. I think they will, and yeah, people will still be solving. At that point, they'll probably be solving like dimensional cubes and things like that. Actually, GT Dominator and I had a hangout the other day, and quite a bit of it was revolved around like me showcasing some cubes since he hadn't seen some of the new ones and stuff, and just fiddling around with 3x3 and stuff like that. And yeah, we got onto that topic where yeah, just the cubes, like the twisty puzzles of the future, are just going to be things we are not even able to fathom at this point. I'm going to actually clean this up at some point, not right now, but clean that goo off. Oh, I just love that color. Beautiful. So let's open this bad boy up. Amazing. Honestly, there is something about opening up cubes. Like, I just love the packaging. It's so good. Especially when you can... Well, there are a few ways, like, that I enjoy having cubes presented to me, like when I'm opening them up. I love this. I love the fact that, like, you don't see anything. But I also love the fact that even something as simple as having the cube in some plastic, you can see it, but it's like you aren't able to touch it yet until you actually open it up. So let's get this guy out and take a look at what he does. I know you're seeing that and you're just like, what? Yeah, isn't that crazy? And that's not all, you guys. Check this. Let's see if I can actually figure out how it functions. Okay, so we'll use this corner as an example. When you have those lined up, does it do what I think? Oh yeah, totally. So honestly, like other puzzles, you are just gonna be like scrambling stuff like that, and then you're gonna be swapping pieces all over the place, and very quickly, it's just gonna be out of this world. I love corner turning puzzles. It's just so cool. Just the wildest stuff. And again, I'm not going to go too crazy with this right now, just because I do just want to sit and enjoy and just bask the colors. Like, it's showing up differently on the screen. I'm standing right now. Actually, like the orange is looking pretty wild, but it's actually way more like 90s neon orange in person. It's really, really beautiful. The blue is nice and dark. It's actually showing up darker on the screen than it is in person. The yellow is pretty close. The green is pretty close. The white is, yeah. Red is a little lighter in person. But yeah, just gorgeous colors. Turns really nice. And it's just, like again, it's just a really fascinating idea. And I've never seen this before. Like, it's just so cool. There are so many puzzles out there. Like, years ago, you just had like really basic stuff, and just more and more. Well, even 4 years ago when I was like cubing, there were crazy things already, but I'm still seeing new things that I didn't see at that point, and it's just really exciting to me knowing that there are all these beautiful, beautiful items. Mofang GE. Yeah, this is going to be nuts. That's for sure. So anyway, that is the ancient coin. Super impressed with that. I really like that you get a case for it as well, so you can protect it from the elements and whatever else. Oh. And last but not least, the Very Puzzle Clover Plus. Let's get into this beast of a cube. I can already tell you guys right now, this is going to be the largest cube that I've ever had. And it might be for quite a while. It depends how soon I get into stuff like 7x7 or higher, some of those ones that are just automatically going to be larger puzzles. But anyway, let's do this. Oh my god. Oh. Oh. Like, how do I even get it out of the box? That's the real puzzle. Oh man, oh man. This thing is a beast, you guys. So, where's my 3x3? Are you seeing that? Like this, man, this is a deadly weapon, man. You do not want to be taking this to someone's head. One of the selling points for me when I saw this on the site was the fact that it had a pink side. I love this pink. I think that is beautiful, and I feel like not enough puzzles have pink sides. So you guys might be wondering, like, how on earth does this monstrosity turn? What do you do? What's it all about? Where are the answers? And today I'm here to give you that information, okay? So, yeah, like, I've never dealt with one of these before, or now this is a higher order of the, like, just the very puzzle clover, and if I'm not mistaken. And so, of course, there will be more pieces, like more to do, more stages, more challenge compared to the lower order. But anyway, let's, yeah, so again, and it's not a clean, like, what I mean by it's not a clean turn, which is what I was going to say, is like, it doesn't just go back into place when you've, like, for instance, like some of the shape-shifting one, or not shape-shifting, but for instance, the Kirby Copter, like when you do a full, like one rotation like that, it's still in the cube shape, even though it's switched. With these though, when you go like this, you've done like your 180, it's not in a cubed shape anymore. It's jutting out like that, even though you've done like a full turn. Or not full as in like all the way around, but just like a single move. Like, ah, man, I think that is so wild. So again, you guys, it's gonna be one of those situations where like you are just scrambling stuff like crazy. I wonder to what degree. I wonder if we're able to swap on this one. I'm not even sure at this point, to be honest, because I haven't looked up too much on it. It might be possible, but I think it might not either. Like, time will tell, but either way, like, this is a mega beast. Like in a Robot Named Fight, for instance. Like, you get to the end of the game and there's just like this huge beast. Well, this is that final boss. That's what this is. This is sweet. I'm so pumped. The turning feels, like it turns nicely, but it does have a bit of, it feels grainy. And again, like with any puzzle, the more pieces you have and the more stuff that's just like all over the place, the more careful you're going to want to be with how you turn and line things up, because it will lock up. And that's just normal. Like, it's not anything against the puzzle, but I can feel it's one of those. Just like with all these little pieces, you're just going to want to be a little more on the careful side. But you're not going to be necessarily speed solving this guy. I like how you can very vaguely see, or at least I can. It says very, very puzzle right there. Maybe you guys can see that. That is like really hidden. So anyway, you guys, oh man, I'm stoked to get into solving this stuff and like scrambling this thing all the way and just seeing like what that is possible. Oh my god. Oh my god. Look at that, you guys. Can we keep, oh no, we're not able to keep that going. But like 3 turns and you have this happening. It's like, what? So yeah, this is gonna be a fun solve, that is for sure, you guys. Oh, I really don't want to do too much just yet though, because yeah, honestly, anytime I get new cubes, like I definitely sit with each one like the first day and even after that, but like part of my process is literally just enjoying them in their solved state before I even start scrambling them. Like I just sit with them and I just admire them the way they are before I start tackling the challenge. So yeah, just to recap, we've got the Moyu Ready Cube from the man himself, Oscar, my boy. Then we have the Hello Cube 2x2 flat, which is super sweet. the Z Cube or Z Cube, perhaps. I'm assuming it's Z Cube. It's probably like, yeah, pronounced that way for whatever reason. Axis, which is super cool. I cannot get over the color and just that middle layer, the shape of it. So cool. And then we have the Pandora. So cool, so cool. Love it. Oh, I could just scramble these all day. I probably will, actually. And then we have the Ancient Coin, of course. Another super, super cool one. And the Mega Beast, of course. And then this little guy, the YJ Ghost. So, so cool. So anyway, you guys, that is probably going to wrap up this unboxing video. I'm just going to be sitting with these for a little while and enjoying. And I'm not attempting to solve it now. I'm literally just fiddling around. Because I like the way it turns, and I think it just looks really cool. Every time you make a move, it's just a different shape. And I love that. I love stuff like this. It's like, where do you go from there? Like, oh, I finished it, guys. It's back into its square shape. Anyway, it's like 7 puzzles. So, that being said, thank you guys for, checking this out, hanging out with me for a little bit today while I just relax at home and enjoy the coffee and another unboxing. I always love getting these packages in the mail. It's just so good, and I love sharing that kind of stuff with you guys. So yeah, thank you again. Be sure to like, subscribe to Passion Map Studios, because that would be awesome. And leave your comments below. Let me know, like, which one. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Anyone who watches this, I definitely want to hear which one surprised you the most in terms of like, whoa, what? Like, no way. And then I want to also know which your favorite is, because that could be a different one. And then which one seems the easiest to solve, just based on looking at, like, just seeing them here. And then maybe which one seems to you like the most challenging. I love this Axis Cube. That is so beautiful. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm very, very impressed. I'm really excited to go onto the Cubing Out Loud website and leave product reviews once I've sat with these a little more and actually done more like stuff with them. Like, I don't just want to like open them up and be like, oh yeah, it feels great, I'm gonna write a review now. I want to actually do some solves and just see what else I encounter in terms of the quality. But I'm always really, really excited to share that kind of info with others, whether it's me doing YouTube videos or just product reviews on the website. So yeah, anyway, that's gonna wrap this up. You guys have an awesome day. Thanks again. Like I said, be sure to like, subscribe, share your comments below. Let me know what you think. I actually want to hear what you guys have to say about this stuff. Anyway, yeah, that's gonna be it. We will see you next time. Oh, yeah.